WEHT Local Lifestyles continues.
Valerie Topper and Ashley Matulis. Ashley's my producer, by the way, but she's taken off her producer hat to come out here and share the story of an important and compassionate group called Friends of Fertility. Welcome out of the booth in there. Who's flying this plane? I mean, are we just solo? Okay, well, who knows what'll happen now? Just anybody go in there and direct this thing. Well, tell us about the beginnings of the group. What was the inspiration behind it?
Leslie Waddell started the group back a couple years ago because she herself went through infertility. And so I just went the very first time as a guest. And after that, she, found out about my story, doing Hoping for a Miracle, here through the station, and asked me to become a part of it. And so Leslie has stepped down. And so now I kind of fly that ship as well. Mm-hmm. We're really just here to help people through infertility. I mean, you want to talk to somebody who's been through it. I don't want to talk to somebody who hasn't, because they don't know what my story is. They can't necessarily relate to it. And so really what we're here for is to just chit chat, call me up if you're having issues. If I come in and say something about, oh, I got an SIS and I got this medicine, I got this and this.
Language,
you have no idea what I'm saying.
I don't know what the
she
language
does,
is.
but you don't. And so we're just there to talk. We hold monthly meetings just kind of as a way to get together and kind of keep up with, where are you at on your journey, so that we can be, a cycle buddy for you to help you through that as well.
It's so important. Valerie, how long have you been involved in the group?
I've been involved for a couple years now. I actually became involved because of Ashley. I watched her show on this channel and reached out to her on social media, and she invited me to the group, and I became a great member of the group, and now I'm actually a participant in speaking because I've worked on the other side of things now. I work at Boston IVF as a nurse practitioner.
So you're in there all the time, but you weren't working there when you went through your infertility problem, were you?
Nope. I started right after I had my son. So we were successful with in vitro through Dr. Griffin at Boston IVF, and I started working there right after I delivered my son. Went on maternity leave, of course, and then started there.
Well, you're the best person because you can sure walk the walk and talk the talk, can't you?
Yes, absolutely.
When again, just listening to both of you, that just having that connection with somebody who really gets, no matter how compassionate any of us may be, if we don't get your journey, it's hard for us to identify.
That's right. Yeah, and like this month, we're going to meet on Thursday. We meet at the Women's Hospital, but there are some months where we go out, and sometimes we may just go get pizza and just sit around the table and talk and that sort of thing, just to kind of get out of the hospital. Boston IVF allows us to do it there. We also do it in the lower level of the Women's Hospital in a conference room. But those are more of our educational meetings. So this Thursday at 6:30 downstairs at the Women's Hospital, we're going to meet, and we're just going to talk about how to kind of deal with social media. When I was going through it, it was so hard for me to get the baby invites and see the mom posting pictures of her new baby that she just had and that sort of thing, sitting back wondering, okay, am I ever going to get to do that? You're envious and you're angry at the situation and you're jealous of that person. It's just so many emotions. So we're just going to talk about how you can disconnect from that. And if you don't want to necessarily disconnect, how to process those feelings towards people who could be your sister or your cousin or your friend that you went to school with, that sort of thing. You
just put it in perspective for you two to go, okay, how do I deal with this? And other people have already dealt with it, which is great. To have somebody down the road farther from you.
Yeah, and in April, we're going to talk about the financial aspect. We're going to have someone from Boston come up and talk about, jobs that have insurance that may cover some infertility, which is kind of a taboo thing around here. And that sort of thing. So on our Facebook page is our schedule of when our meetings are, what the topic's going to be, and that sort of thing.
But it's once a month?
Once a month,
typically.
First Thursday of every month, 6:30.
All right, well, Valerie, Ashley, get back in there.
Good to see you.
You can stay tuned, boss her, if you want to. We'll be back with more local lifestyles. We'll learn about Solar Bron. Rhonda's here to tell us more about that beautiful place.